And I hope you've already hit the supermarket to pick up dinner because store shelves all across America are empty, thanks to Biden's supply chain crisis. Yesterday, the hashtag #EmptyShelvesJoe was the top trending topic on Twitter for most of the day as people shared images of barren stores throughout the nation. And if you're one of the lucky ones who can find a can of soup or a jar of sauce still on the shelves, you're in for a rude awakening when you see the price.
I was just looking at the broccoli rabe myself, and it's $4.99 a pound. I mean, usually I get a broccoli rabe for $2.99.
Usually the same amount of stuff every week, the same group of items, and where I would spend $80, $90, it's now $120.
It's kind of a bad storm of things.
As the cost of everything from gas to groceries skyrockets, we're left to wonder where Pete Buttigieg is. The man who's supposed to be running our transportation department has been missing in action while our economy crumbles because of, transportation issues. Buttigieg was on with Bret Baier earlier as Fox News looked for answers on this mess.
You can't talk about supply without talking about demand.
Right.
Part of the reason we are where we are is that the president successfully brought this economy out of the teeth of a recession.
So you're saying
People are buying more than ever before.
Instead, Mayor Pete just doubled down on Biden's message that the economy's too good. That's why we're having an economic crisis. Is this really what winning looks like? But this is how our leaders are handling a crumbling economy. Joe Biden talked tough while campaigning in 2020, slamming Donald Trump over food supply issues.
We don't have a food shortage problem. We have a leadership problem. One of the reasons why we're not getting material and food to people's tables is because there's no way to get it transported to there. We don't know how to manage what's going on. We can't afford to let people go wondering where they're going to get their next meal. And so right now, hunger today isn't about scarcity. It's about massive failure in leadership.
We couldn't have said it better ourselves, Joe. It is a leadership problem, but it's your leadership that's failing our nation. But here's a crazy idea. What if Biden actually answered our questions about the direction of the economy? 3 times this week, Biden spoke to the American public, and each time he continued his time-honored tradition of refusing to talk to the media. Instead, he chooses to turn his back on the press, on America, and on you. The supply chain and economic crisis are just the latest in a long line of Joe Biden's failures. He told us he wouldn't leave Americans behind in Afghanistan, but he did. He said he wouldn't raise taxes on those making under $400K. But inflation is going to make their cost of living soar. He keeps saying the border's secure, but 30,000 Haitian migrants would tell you differently. Joe Biden's administration has been a total failure. Why should we think his handling of the supply chain issue would be any different?